That is easy. Pull up in a demon on guard. Do fraud. That is easy shit. That is easy shit. Oh, yeah, can't come in here raise. Tell me I don't owe a nigga near favor. Nigga, keep your whore. Ain't got no key to store. When the well runs dry, you know you need forward. You know what I'm doing. Sleeping on the pallet, turn me to a savage. Alright, kick, come on, goddammit. Alright, now Twitch. How did let the heat talk? My jury water whip. When I step up on the scene, I was on beam. I was in some lean. And that ain't what I mean. Pull up in a demon on. Looking like I still do fraud. That's easy. Pull up in a demon on gone. Looking like I still do. There we go. God damn it. That is easy. That is easy. Gemini. Song that's playing with you. Damn, off the rip. Next song that's on the list is Toxic. Alright, relax. First thing, the volume. We'll go with the volume. Alright, the song that's playing for you, Gemini, is Toxic. So, and then the song I was playing before that was ZZ. And that by the boy Yak. Now you know if you around, you know the boy Yak, he kinda be off sometimes. Shout out Kodak. But you feel me? And then the song that's playing after that is Toxic. So now Gemini, when you get in this mode, you know you could be really outside yourself when you get into a certain type of behavior pattern, Gemini. You feel me? You know you got you a bad way about you, and that bad way about you might have caught up with you in some way, shape, or form. Or it's just a situation where you may be realizing something else about someone outside of you. Yeah, someone got a way about them. You know what? They real toxic, Gemini. From what you observing, you feel me? You might have entered a space. Ain't no cards out. You might have entered a space, or you might have met somebody new. You feel me? And it's like something, a transaction transpired in front of you energetically, whether they were engaging with somebody. Let's say you went on a date, and you feel me, the energy, the transactions between you and this person were cool. Now, you feel me, no funny money, no funny energy, you feel me, shit was all green flags, you feel me, when they were directing this love energy towards you in some way, shape, or form. Then you might have never knew they had this aggression. The song that's playing for you is Stay Fly. Well, until you saw how they engaged with the waiter, with the waitress, you feel me? The waitress brought them the wrong plate, and next thing you know, a motherfucker snapped a little bit. Shorty went off a little bit. Then you kind of was like, hold on, wait. You feel me? And then it's like when they look back at you, shit was all sweet, it was all smooth, soft. Then as soon as the waiter or the waitress came back with the plate, then they switched characters again, and you saw that red flag. And it was a big enough red flag to red all the red flags. You don't need no more red flags besides that one. Now you in a position where you might be the one staying fly. You feel me? You know what? I'm just passing this one by. You feel me? This is just a page in the book of my life. You feel me? It ain't the whole book. It's just shit. Might not even be a page. It could be a chapter. You feel me? A motherfucker might have a couple pages front to back on this here topic subject. You feel me? This was a bad routine you had. You feel me? You had some bad habits you had to knock. If it's a situation you're dealing with your damn self and you ain't associating yourself with nobody, unless you could have been the toxic one. You feel me? You could have been the one who had two sides to you, Gemini, and you for a long time you might not have been in a position where you wanted to acknowledge that other aspect. It's like you act like, what's that nigga from Spider-Man? Green Goblin, when he back to Doc because I don't know what's going on. Then soon as the Goblin switch, boom, now shit's cracking. You feel me? And the Goblin remember everything that old buddy said and what the Goblin doing. Now when he go back to Doc, he only remember what he got going on. He don't remember what the Goblin did. So it's on some shit like that. You might not have been acknowledging what your Green Goblin did, but now you're in a position where you're acknowledging it. You feel me? And whatever content, no cards out. If that ain't a situation where you making someone or be aware of themselves. You know what the fuck we talking about, Gemini. Yeah, you acknowledging the truth though. Somebody acknowledging the truth. You can't act like you don't know, or you can't act blind to this no more. You can't act like you don't see that, Gemini. I don't know what the fuck we talking about, but we talking about something. You can't turn the blind eye to that. You can't close your eyes and act like you looking no more when it comes to this knowing or this awareness or this truth you have. Motherfuckers in your family or you you could still be in a position where you might be trying to play face, because this is an internal reflection. We ain't get to the external energy. We still looking at your insides. You feel me? You aware of a truth. Just because you aware of the truth don't mean you gonna walk with it. You feel me? Just because you know there's a cross back there don't mean you gonna bear it. Yeah, that's just too. We ain't gonna talk about it. Fit the script though. It damn sure fit the. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't even gonna waste. Hey, you gotta stay fly though. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? You gotta keep it pimping. Gotta keep it pimping. That one hurt. Whatever that was, you feel me? That L you took, that loss, that sense of expression that might not have panned out in a way that you wanted. You can't show that shit hurt, but yeah, that shit might have hurted. Yeah, that shit might have woke you up a little bit. Man, that shit might have made you shift character when it come to how the fuck you move. Whether that you dealing with somebody outside of you, or you just dealing with a self-reflection and you looking at you going through revelations about your own life. Yeah, you got your mind on something. Yeah, and that's something making you think real far and wide about what you deem to be true in your reality, or what you deem to be something you follow, something you subscribe to. You know what? I ain't gonna subscribe to this type of YouTube channel when it comes to life. You feel me? Life is just we subscribing and I'm subscribing to all kinds of energies. The song that's playing is Family Ties. You feel me? So you might be in a situation where you're going to unsubscribe to this belief system that run deep in your family. You know what? I'm the last seed in the generation that's going to do this. We ain't going to fuck with this no more. You know what? This going to cut off by me. I see that my grandma, my grandpa, my grams, you feel me? My mom, my dad, it running on my siblings. And I'm the only one that view it as a position where this is a form of expression that should not be upheld. Why the fuck we moving like this? Why the fuck we got this mentality? Why the fuck we got this sense of emotional expression, emotional foundation? You know what? I ain't gonna do that no more. You might be that change. If it ain't a situation where that's just a revelation. Look, I'm telling you, Empress on the bottom in reverse. Yeah, Gemini, you ain't fucking with something. And that shit had you real wicked in your day. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, that's a good look now though, Gemini. Back in the day, yeah, you might have been a bitch. I ain't even gonna hold you, sir and or ma'am. You feel me? You was real wicked. You was real snaky. Motherfuckers couldn't trust you worth a damn. Now the motherfucker done turned a new leaf. You done found the good Lord. It's like something got you creative. I could use that word. And it's like when you're creative, that's where you could be the most you. So now you're in a position where you kind of thinking, you might be expressing new ideas or putting out new mentalities in life in some way, shape, or form. And look at what's behind the Empress on the bottom in reverse. I'm telling you, yesterday you could have been real dishonest. The Gemini. It's like the Green Goblin. You might have put your goblin up. And now you in a position where yesterday you might not have been aware or wanting to acknowledge the ways about you that you had. You know, you had some ways about you. You know, you can move real wicked when you want to move real devilish. When you on demon time, yeah, your demon time hit different. Your demon time hit a little different than the average Joe, average Sally type of vibe. Now you're in a position where it's like you ain't been on demon time in a while. You feel me? You done found you God type of vibe. You feel me? You don't fuck with that energy. I don't fuck with that type of expression. All because of this. Whatever got you thinking. Yeah, and emotionally, I don't know, man. If it's a solo battle, you might have had to kind of like it's the song is playing is Family Ties, and then the card that came out is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like you may have had to break out of a tie. It could have been a family tie. I'm gonna be honest. You might have had to break up with the concept of the associating yourself in a certain manner with your family. If it's a situation, let's say you still live with your family, you feel me? You might just not be opening or getting to a certain level with them. You feel me? When it comes to a certain point, you ain't gonna cross that when it comes to your expression or who you are. But it's like you just gonna let the life you live show that you're happy, or the life you live show that you're fulfilled, or the life you live show that you are satisfied in some way, shape, or form. You know what we talking about, Gemini, when it comes to you being or doing something. You doing something. Yo, what's goodie bag? Appreciate the follow, gang. Yeah, I'm telling you, something got you in your emotional bag. If it's a situation where it's almost like it's low key like tears of joy, because when you are sacrificing yourself for this vision, or sacrificing yourself for this idea, or sacrificing yourself for this image, whatever image we're talking about, it was something that wasn't really emotionally fulfilling to you, but it was fulfilling someone somewhere. So it's almost like you were, if the song is playing, is Better Days. I'm telling you, if you, let's say example of a relationship, you were in a relationship with somebody and you were sacrificing your individuality or your being or your light in order to let them shine in some way, shape, or form, or in order to exaggerate their character, or in order to emotionally fulfill their vision of what home or family is. You're not doing that no more. So now someone outside of you could feel like you may have never loved them, or you may have never cared, or were never in the idea of the family or the idea of the emotional space they built with you, but you were doing what you were doing for them, but now you kind of in it for you now. And that's emotionally fulfilling you in some way, shape, or form. That's bringing a new feeling or a new light out of you. But it's almost like, how long you been streaming all together? Like a month. Hold that thought though. It's like bringing a new feeling out of you while also tearing down the image or the idea of the feelings that they had, or the emotional perspective of the space they had with you. So what someone thought their emotions, it's like they thought they were emotionally sound with you. They ain't emotionally sound with you. Appreciate it, family. Yeah, I'm telling you, hey, Gemini, you making shit happen. Moral of the story. I don't know who, what, when, or where. If it's just you handling some sort of business. You feel me? You expressing yourself for some sort of light. You're shining. Or you're glowing, so to speak, in whatever lane or avenue you're in. What do you do, IRL? Hold that thought. I'm gonna get back to you, family. Let me. You feel me? Yeah, Gemini. I don't know, dog. You manifesting something. There's a happening occurring in your life in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's a pattern that you picked up, you got you a little routine, a little pattern. You feel me? You got you some habits, some hobbies. You feel me? Or you're just kind of further investing yourself into already developed habits or hobbies, routines. You kind of taking it to the next level, whatever it is. You giving yourself to something though, and whatever you're giving yourself to is giving back to you. And someone around you may feel like you're giving more to them, or you're not feeding them the same way you used to feed them. But it's like you're not doing that, because when you were feeding them, it was more of like a draining instead of like a transaction. It's almost like back to the Green Goblin example. It's almost like appreciate you, fam. It's almost like the Green Goblin knowing, or you are now, I forgot that nigga name. It's like Harry, if that ain't his son. The Green Goblin, good form. We just gonna call him Good Goblin. It's like when you go back to Doc, damn, Osborn. Fuck. Henry Osborn? It's Mr. Osborn. It's like Green Goblin going back to Osborn. And Osborn is like, he now has control of going into and out of the Green Goblin form, while also being aware of the Green Goblin consciousness. So like he could hear the Green Goblin's voice in his head, and you're using that to kind of manifest a happening in your life. You feel me? So you might not be being a villain. You using your Green Goblin awareness and your Green Goblin prowess or your powers to manifest you some shit in your life. You feel me? In a positive way. And that may feel like you kind of going with Florida, Miami, on the dot. By the way, to answer your questionano. Yeah, Gemini, it's looking nice. Your summer looking nice. You feel me? Summer solstice just passed and you kind of in a flow right now. When it comes to your headspace, the direction you kind of taking yourself, if you just picked up a new habit or you just investing yourself in like a current habit or a current happening, yeah, that shit hitting. I say go for it. You feel me? Song is playing this Tommy Hill figure. You feel me? I say go for it. My fault. The song that's playing is Mop. Yes, you clean some shit up. W. Appreciate that. Family. Yeah, and Gemini, look. Yeah, it's good vibes all around. Good vibes all around. It's good vibes all around. Gemini and whatever level of life we talking about, where it's like you showing a new corner of you. Nobody knew you for this. No, ain't nobody knew you would express or you could get down in a manner like that. You feel me? When it comes to expressing your character or expressing your individuality or shining your light in some way, shape, or form, or speaking your voice, whatever voice you got to speak. Yeah, you doing the damn thing, dog. I don't know, we talking about Gemini though, but you do. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is food, gang. I'm not even gonna hold you, dog. I'm a foodie family. Just gonna let you know that right now. If it's good, I fuck with it. If it ain't good, I try it. If I try it and I fuck with it, I'ma fuck with it. On some real shit though, dog. I don't got a favorite food. My favorite flavor is vanilla though. I'll drop that diamond on you. I'ma fuck with you though.